Shalom, call Holaim La Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. And a sincere Shalom to the 144,001 third. I'm going to dive straight into it. As you can see off the title, this lesson is going into patience. Let's go to 1 Peter 5 and verse 8. Be sober. Now, is this talking about not partaking in, things considered drugs like alcohol? No, all right? It's talking about being aware of your surroundings, being aware of what time we're in. We're not in a time of peace. Esau is sharpening, he's whetting his sword. And piece by piece, he's stirring up strife, division, collapse. We are preparing for the end of this society. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walked about seeking whom he may devour, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So we're supposed to endure when we're brought low. Whom resisteth, I'm going to reread that again. 1 Peter 5 and 9. Whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. But the Most High of all grace, who have called us into his eternal glory by Hamashiach Yahushai, after that ye have suffered a while, make you perfect, establish, strengthen, settle you. So this affliction is a part of the trying of the elect. Actually, let's go to Zechariah 9, and this is Zechariah the 9th chapter, verse 12. Turning you to the stronghold. Who is the stronghold? Yahweh. Ye prisoners of hope, even today do I declare that I will render double unto thee. So we're prisoners of hope. Okay, hope, faith, that's synonymous with patience. And to be patient is to suffer, right? Having hope and faith, is a part of that suffering, okay? Because we don't know. We just believe we are, okay? And Yahweh is what? Long suffering. So guess what? We have to be long suffering to endure our afflictions, this lowest state we've been under these heathen, under these Edomites. This is Psalm 71 and verse 5. For thou art my hope, O Yahweh, thou art my trust from my youth. So guess what? We're supposed to be from our youth having faith and hope and patience that Yahweh will deliver us from that evil day. All right, and we know through these scriptures that when things start really going left field, Yahweh's gonna deliver the elect. Let's get that. This is 2nd Esdras, 16th chapter, and verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as a gold in the fire. So now when this comes to pass, things are going to be a little bit more fun, less in the hope, less in the faith, because at that point it's not hope and faith anymore, right? Because you're the elect, right? You know you're a part of the elect, right? That's going to be a different vibration on the earth. Your spirit is going to be different. You're not going to have the same spirit you have now when you know you're a part of the elect. At that point, we're never gonna have faith and hope anymore. Because we're gonna know we're always gonna be tapped in with Yahweh, like Yahweh Shai. Like Yahweh Shai doesn't have faith and hope anymore, right? He already knows, right? He's in the know. We're not in the know, all right, when it comes to our position with Yahweh Shai. Now we're in the know with prophecy, right? We're in the know of the MOTB, the names, the Comforter, the Rakakwadash. Like we're in the know with that, but we don't know we're part of the elect. We don't know who we are in the regeneration cycle, right? But when as things start popping off, all right, when these devils really start busting moves, it's gonna get very revealing. Put it like that. Let's go to let's get Second Timothy the fourth chapter. I'm gonna start from the top. I charge thee therefore before the Most High and the Lord Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, who shall judge the quick and the dead at his appearing in his kingdom. Preach the word, be instant in season and out of season, reprove, rebuke, exhort with all long suffering and doctrine. Now, there are certain things Yahweh Shai doesn't know, right? Like he doesn't know when he's going to return, for example, right? But he knows for a fact he is going to return, and he knows who the elect is. Okay, how do we know Yahweh Shai knows who the elect is? Okay, John 13:3. Yahweh Shai knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he was come from the Most High and went to the Most High. There's another one I was looking for too. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. Uh, let's see. Manifest. This might be it right here. Yeah, here it is. Perfect. St. John 17:6. I have manifested thy name unto the men which thou gavest me out of the world, the elect, that thine word, and thou givest them me, and they have kept thy word. That's the 144,000. So Yahweh Shai, he knows the spirits that are, he knows the elect, when the elect spirits were brought on the earth, the Elohim, right, the angels, they know who they were, right? They were making sure that the elect were able to endure whatever they were going through, to be able to persevere, have some comfort, and have some blessings. All right, because they're the elect, they're chosen, special spirits of Yahweh. So let's go back to Second Timothy, and Second Timothy the third chapter, and I'm gonna start at verse 7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Yes, 2 Timothy 3:7. Ever learning and never able to come to the knowledge of the truth. Now as Janes and Jambres withstood Moses, so do these things also resist the truth. So yeah, we're gonna have people in Israelites, heathens that learn, right? They're very exceptional, intelligent, right? They got all these positive things about them. But if they're not a part of the elect, they're never going to get it. Being a part of the elect has nothing to do with your attributes on this planet Earth, okay? Has all to do with Yahweh's selection. Now, as Janice, and Jambres, I'm probably butchering that. withstood Moses, so do these also resist the truth. Men of corrupt minds, reprobate concerning the faith. So yeah, people, we get impatient, fall out, go back in the world, because like the elders say, what they had like a 2000 prophecy or something, that things were gonna end or whatever in 2000, or the sea hip was coming in 2000. It was something like that, and then the 2000s hit, Y2K or whatever, and then it didn't happen, and a lot of Israelites back then fell out. Yahweh deceived them, all right, by assuming that things were going to end then. And guess what? Yahweh deceived them just to kick out the non-elect, all right? It was just to sift the undesirables. Verse 9, but they shall proceed no further, for their folly shall be manifest unto all men, as theirs also was. So guess what? We're gonna know and mark these bug outs, right? They're not gonna hide and be bug outs. You're gonna get revealed. Verse 10, but thou hast fully known my doctrine, manner of life, purpose, faith, long suffering, charity, patience, persecutions, afflictions, this is Apostle Paul, which came into me at Antioch, at Iconium, at Lystria, what persecutions I endured, but out of them all Yahweh delivered me. So Apostle Paul, all right, he was able to make it through. He was able to endure. And guess what? Apostle Paul was taught by Yahweh Shah himself. All right. Yahweh Shai directly was supping with Apostle Paul. He told Apostle Paul that he was Melchizedek. Okay. He revealed a lot to Apostle Paul. But hey, guess what? Apostle Paul still wasn't a part of the the 12 disciples. All right. He wasn't a part of the 12 disciples. Does that mean he's not a part of the elect? No, Apostle Paul is most definitely of the elect. All right, Apostle Paul is a very good example to follow. Of course, the ultimate example is Yahweh Shai. So guess what? We got to be follow the doctrine, which is a manner of life. Our purpose is to push the truth. Our faith is of the truth. Our long suffering of our afflictions, charity, amongst the brethren. Right? You should be charitable to Jake too. All right, especially if Jake low. But now, if you know Jake wicked as all hell, all right, don't help him out. But if you see somebody homeless or see somebody struggling on out in public, don't help. It doesn't hurt to help. Okay, patience, persecutions, afflictions. Yeah, you can suffer unrighteously. You're innocent. You're innocent. You just take it, right? Even though who punish being innocent, if you will, but some situations weren't called for. Like the man that was born blind. He was born blind just for Yahweh Shah to put in work, to show off his power, to show off the glory of Yahweh. All right, and Yahweh Shai being put to death. All right, and he was blameless as Yahweh Shai. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. I don't want to run this. I was edifying. Shalom.